Until this support line is not been broken, the trend is still very bullish and it's likely to continue further to the upside. This should make you feel bearish, guys, because you can see the primary trend is still very bullish, and if the price heading to the downside, we know this monthly CPI is our strongest support. So welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining. So today, as you can see, guys, we are actually going to look into price action of Bitcoin in a bit different way, because people are panicking regarding this price drop. Because if you look at this scenario in a whole, I have already said you plenty of time, this here is a primary trend, and you can see this primary trend still looks very bullish. And also this example here on the right hand side, this is actually showing how the price is moving to the upside, guys, because you can see here we also got this kind of similar move. This here was the leg up phase, consolidation, again similar leg up phase and consolidation. So why are we worrying so much? Because guys, this kind of price drop here, if you want to say, hey, no, because we saw this massive price drop, if you call this massive, this 11% a massive price drop, and if you're already worried about this kind of price drop, guys, look at this here from 2017, before we actually headed to $20,000 level, this kind of price drop unfolded plenty of time, but also in a massive scale. You can see a 36% price drop, 17% price drop, 40% price drop, guys. So just imagine to ride this wave until $20,000. Those investors must be very strong, because if you're fearing regarding this 11% price drop, then guys, I don't know what to say, because you can see the trend here, the primary trend actually still looks very bullish. And if you look to the downside, I will also show you this indicator, ROC. The ROC is the rate of change. Default setting was 12, I guess. I've changed it into 52 weeks. Okay, so length, you have to change it into 52. So guys, if you look at this scenario here now and look at this rate of change, I have actually also written the reason why I'm using this. The ROC, the rate of change method of determining momentum, is useful in measuring the price indexes because it actually reflects move of similar portion in an identical way. This means if you look at this ROC line here to the downside, guys, this price structure here, when we actually started following this trend line gave us a sign that, hey, this primary trend is still bullish and it's going to continue further to the upside. And you can see here from starting around this January of 2019, when the price was around 3,000, we headed straight towards 14,000 price level, and you can see that very clearly. And also this ROC, this never got broken. This trend line here actually stopped the price and also acted as a very strong support, and price continued to the upside. And as soon as we broke this trend line, that was also an indication the trend is now heading to the downside, and you can see this very clearly here, right? And right now, if you look at this scenario, the similar scenario, just like with this here from 2019, or you can also look at this big price move here, we had this similar case. It actually indicated, hey, the trend is very bullish and we are continuing further to the upside, right? So here now, if you look at this scenario, this is also indicating, hey, the trend is still very bullish. Because guys, look at this price drop here, this actually indicated, okay, maybe we might be heading towards this support line, right? So in our case right now, this is also indicating maybe if this is going to head towards the support line, until the support line is not been broken, the trend is still very bullish and it's likely to continue further to the upside. Because you can see here right now, this is actually also showing us the identical way, just like the price of Bitcoin here. You can see here the consolidation phase, or this when the price actually start heading to the downside to find support around this primary trend. You can see here, this is the primary trend to the downside, the ROC line, and this is actually also indicating, hey, after reaching the ROC line, the support line here at the ROC indicator, we found the support and price started continuing to the upside. You can notice that after reaching this level, we also found support, and then we had this pump to the upside. And now, right now, this is actually indicating, hey, we are still bullish, because this price drop, even if we are seeing another price drop, guys, this doesn't mean that the trend is bearish now, because you can see here, this trend line is showing us that, hey, the primary trend looks still very bullish and it's likely to continue further to the upside. That's why this price drop here should not bother you that much, guys, and also think further long term. So now, if we actually switch the chart, guys, let me switch the chart and show you another example, okay? So now, if we actually look at this price action of Bitcoin here, what in case if the price is going to fail to hold the trend line, guys, the support line which I showed you in the previous example. So if this is going to pan out, because we know we have talked about this scenario already in my past video, this here panning out to be a ascending triangle, guys, and we know we said, hey, if this is going to be ascending triangle, then inside this ascending triangle we might also see Wyckoff reaccumulation phase. We had this breakout, price came back in but failed to find support at the lower line area, and now it's also heading towards the downside. So what is next, guys? If we look at this scenario now, since the price has already failed to hold this line, this is indicating me right now maybe we are making this descending channel. If this is going to be a descending channel, and guys, if the price is going to follow to the downside, this is also panning out to be exactly a Wyckoff distribution phase, because this here, this SC area, this secondary test here, this was the resistance line for us. You can see here, after reaching that line, price has usually failed to break to the upside. You can see here, this line was a very strong resistance line to the downside. Now this area, this automatic rally area, this is going to be our support level. So if the price is going to continue to the downside following this descending channel, then our target, in case if the price is not going to find support, because this here is actually pointing out to be a double bottom around this particular level, because this double bottom here, usually, guys, you know what happened, double bottom is a bullish scenario, because this is what I'm actually saying right now. Because if the price is going to fail to break this trend line here to the upside, this descending channel, then maybe we might also see another leg towards downside. And this to the downside, you can notice that our support line is at this 10,500 to 11,000 level, because guys, this here, if you look at this, also at this CPI indicator, this monthly CPI indicator, we are heading towards the upside. Just like here, you can see it, you can notice this blue line. This was actually a really nice move. After breaking this trend line, we saw a sideways market right here, sideways market. You can also notice this price structure around this particular area, and breaking this upper line, we had this another pump, and so on. Look at this here, this is also a trend line which I was talking about. Let me make a bit brighter, right? So you can see here, this trend line, now we have already broke this trend line, and this is indicating, hey, if this is a similar scenario just like here, then maybe we are also seeing a sideways market, and this is what we are witnessing right now with Bitcoin. And as I said, if this is going to fail to break to the upside, our eyes are going to be around this CPR level, because this CPR is an ascending CPR, and it could still continue further to the upside. And now we only have 3 more days left until we get a new monthly CPR. So that's why, guys, if we are failing to break to the upside, and if the price is heading to the downside, we know this monthly CPR is our strongest support. So as I've already mentioned plenty of time, around this 10,500 10,600 level is where I'm also going to accumulate some more long position, guys. And now let's switch on to another interesting chart, guys. So guys, this here is Bitcoin USD chart in a weekly time frame, and I've already talked about this descending broadening wedge scenario. Price has broken the upper line of this descending broadening wedge, indicating the trend will continue further to the upside, and you can see we are also heading in a similar manner, right? But now this here finding rejection around this particular level, indicating the trend might be seeing some sort of reversal. And the reason, you can see it very clearly, guys, around that particular level we always had some kind of rejection, because this area has been acted as a very strong resistance. After reaching that area, the price had failed many times. But now what is interesting for us right now is this area, guys, this area to the downside, the price, that if the price is going to further continue to the upside, then it has to hold this level. So in this case, if the price is coming back towards the upper line area and find in between this line, we are very safe, because you can see that this price here, we never got an opportunity to actually close above those levels since 2018, and we can see that very clearly. This price here closed above that level, indicating, hey, this is a very bullish sign. But now, since we are seeing some sort of reversal, it should not make you worry, because even if the price is going to, let's suppose if the price is going to fail and it's going to continue or come back to this area, we can see that around this particular area, this yellow line, this is the strongest support, and exactly at that area we also have our CPR line, right? This CPR dot here, that's the most important support. And not only that, the CPR and also this line here, this yellow line was a very, very strong resistance line. And now this same resistance line is going to be our support line, because we can see here that price after reaching that particular level had always found a strong rejection. You can see here, right? This first rejection, this second rejection, this third rejection, this fourth rejection, and so on, right? So now if the price is going to fail and doesn't hold this level, we can still come back here, 10,500 level, 600 level, and continue further to the upside. But this should make you feel bearish, guys, because you can see the primary trend is still very, very bullish, guys. So guys, this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you're watching this for the first time. So by saying this, I'm signing off. My name is Anup. Bye bye.